Kris Krohn here. I am living my very best life, and yet sometimes I wish that I could go back in time and teach my younger self really critical lessons that would have helped me achieve and succeed significantly faster. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 14 life lessons that I wish I could tell my younger self. The first life lesson has to do with setting and achieving goals. Most people don't understand how detrimental it is to flippantly set a goal without consequences or without accountability. And then a couple of days later, you give up on it and you're like, oh, well, I guess I really didn't mean it. I can always try again. But instead of not getting the thing that you wanted, what you're really doing is creating a habit of failure. You're going to need self-discipline to succeed in life. And at the end of the day, there are those that do and those that don't. A really great place to practice discipline is a gym, because you go there to do hard things. In fact, you go there every day to do something harder than you did the day before. Discipline yourself to do hard things and to find joy in it, to find excitement in it, and to even find motivation in it. If you can, you'll set yourself apart. Third lesson is not going to be popular. You have to learn to value hard work, because we live in a world of weak people that want you to believe that 3 simple steps are all you need to do to achieve incredible magnificence, success, and greatness. And the truth is that when you really look behind a person who's achieved great success, they worked really, really hard to get it. You're gonna need that. Life lesson number 4, don't underestimate the power of a positive attitude. If you understood the power of a single negative thought, knowing what I know today, you would do everything in your power to dismiss it, to get rid of it, to cast it out of your life. Positivity is everything. Seeing the glass half full versus half empty. A lot of people are gonna make fun of you. They're gonna think that you're naive, but I'm telling you right now that positivity powers motivation, drive, and stick-with-itness. You're gonna need that. Number 5, let's talk about the importance of self-awareness. The most dangerous information in the world is what you don't know. If you become self-aware and start challenging past beliefs, past decisions that you've made, you can improve upon them and you can make significantly better choice as time goes on. Value number 6, let's talk about the value of education. And I'm not talking about K through 12 or college. K through 12 is about developing your mind. College is about becoming a cog in somebody else's machine because it's career training. I'm talking about the real education that comes after all that. And it comes from finding very successful men and women that are experts at something and working with them directly, one-on-one training and extracting everything that you can. Some of my greatest life achievements came from modeling someone that had done it before. And you don't get that in a university, and you don't even get that in a book. The 7th lesson has to do with the power of relationships. Let me tell you something. Be very, very careful who you surround yourself with. It's very natural to surround yourself with people that are just like you. Those people will not push you. Those people will protect your inadequacies. What you need to do is find people that are 10x, 100x improved from you, that are willing to spend time with you so that you can get proximity to them so that you can learn from them. Let's talk about number 8, financial literacy. For some reason, most people think that they can get by in this world without really understanding money beyond a basic budget. But I'm telling you that money, there's a finite amount of knowledge on it. Anyone that possesses it can learn to become a millionaire and so much more. And guess what? All the things that you want in life can be traced back to money. Money isn't good, money isn't bad. Money is entirely neutral. And it's up to you to create a positive definition of it, because you have dreams. And those dreams, the bigger they are, the more people they involve, and I promise you, the more money they involve. If you actually ever want to see them come true instead of letting them die like most people do, you're going to have to figure out the game of money, which means you can have a career that you love, but then you better become a professional investor on the side. If you're an entrepreneur instead of an intrapreneur, then don't settle for one business, settle for 10. Iterate more often. You want more businesses, you want more streams of income, you want more active streams of income, you want more passive streams of income, you definitely want real estate, because in the background, you're gonna wake up one day and it's gonna be worth millions and millions of dollars. So financial literacy, make sure that of all the things you pursue in life that you wanna master, that this is one of them. Number 9 has to do with the one thing that you have less of with every passing second. The 9th lesson has to do with mastering time management. Now, there's a lot of time management books out there, but I'm going to keep it really simple for you. It's connected to the prior lesson. If you get better at making money, you can use that money to pay people to do the things in life that you don't like doing. You see, there's a lot of people that are like, well, I pay bills because I have to pay bills. But that's not true. A bookkeeper can do that for you. Well, I hate it when I have to clean my house. Well, you can pay somebody to do that. Well, I hate commuting. Well, you can pay someone to drive you. So the reality is there are all sorts of ways of mastering your time, but it is connected to money. If you master the game of money, then you can outsource everything that you don't like doing. And what that does is that allows you to reclaim time. People will tell you that balance isn't possible, but that's a lie. It just takes work. And if you make good money, then you can actually pay a lot of other people to do things you don't want to, and you can reclaim your time, which means you can find balance between work, between family, God, and also your body. Those are 4 really big things that you want to achieve and master the game of balance in. And it's going to require you to master time. The 10th lesson has to do with the power of self-care. What does it really mean to love yourself? It means that every day you have to set time aside for you. And it looks different for everybody. And some people need more time, some people need less time. Figure out what that is for you and make sure every day you allot some time for it. Because if you don't put gas in the tank, if you don't take care of you, I'm sorry, no matter how good you think you are at excelling in your career, taking care of your family, you're not. Your ability to express love to others is contingent on how well you express it to yourself. The 11th lesson has to do with the power of giving back. Once upon a time, I told myself, I'm going to be rich and then I'm going to give back. And I wasn't on that journey very long before someone pointed out that who you become in the process, in the journey, is who you're going to be at the destination. Your life isn't going to be defined by success. That's what the ego would have you believe. You're going to define it in the end by fulfillment. How fulfilled are you? And fulfillment can't be bought. It can only be earned with really good choices. What choices do you need to start making right now in the form of giving and service so that you can produce that fulfillment not at the end of your life, but today? The 12th lesson has to do with your definition of failure. We live in a world where people are obsessed with this inferiority complex of calling themselves a failure. And failure just means that you didn't learn the lesson and that you then gave up. That is really what failure is. But rather, I think failure should be defined as attempting to achieve something, not getting there, and then asking why. What am I learning? Behind every failure is a lesson. And those lessons are required for you to actually achieve the outcome that you set out for. Lesson number 13, the power of integrity. Let me define it. It means that you do what you say you're going to do. Now, we live in a world where people just don't do that. They've got a really poor integrity quotient. But I'm telling you right now, this is something you can become perfect at, or near perfect. That's a scary word. A lot of people say that that's just not possible. But you know what? You can be perfect at fidelity, and you can be perfect at a number of things. And one of the things that you should strive for perfection in is your integrity, which means every time you say you're going to do something, find a way to log it, schedule it, and then have a way to go back and ensure that you actually did it. 14th and final lesson is to master the art of being present. Most people spend the majority of their day in the past or the future. They're either revisiting all the things that have gone wrong in the past, some things a very long time ago, or they're experiencing anxiety worrying about the future. Don't be thinking of the past and don't be worrying about the future. Instead, just be here in this moment. You'll live so much more life than most other people. I've shared these 14 life lessons with you because I want you to get the most out of life, and I want you to have it all. That's a message people just don't believe in, but I'm telling you that you can have the body you want, the relationship and love that you want, the finances that you want, the spirituality you want. You can have all of them concurrently. And if you'd like to know how, in the link below, I'm giving you a free copy of my book, Have It All. It's a financial book. It's going to show you how to master the game of money, because that is the common denominator that links to just about everything else. I can afford that gym pass. I can have the time to go there. I have more time with my loved ones. Buying your time back, buying your life back means that you got to figure out how to succeed with the game of money. Click the link and get the book. This book is a breakthrough in the world of finance, teaching you how anyone can become a millionaire, or even the blueprint of how to become a billionaire. Click the link, get the book. Definitely a little bit more of a serious video than what I normally put out, but you know what? My younger self needed that, and maybe you did too. And the internet thinks that what you're gonna want from me next is this video right over here. Go ahead and click it, grab some of this action, and I'll see you there.